Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Well, here he is, the epitome of athleticism and speed. That is Gareth Bale.
Yeah, simply one of the best left-sided attackers of his generation, Peter, with all the tools to improve any team. And then all that flair.
Yeah, it seems an age ago now, doesn't it, that he started his career down on the south coast as a left-back, of course.
Yeah, and when you think about left-back, usually poor attackers end up there, but he went on to do great things at the other end.
Yehi to Marcelo. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Rice. Bale. Always onto this. And he's intervened well there. Aimed beyond the defence. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. So no chances falling either way for the time being. Schneider going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Bale. Now it's Yamal. That's a shade optimistic. Foyt gets across to intercept that. And here's Bale.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's DiMarco. It's gone for a throw-in. And he's managed to get free. Chance! And he's done it! And we have liftoff! The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Listen, no one was expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Oh, good-looking ball. Messi. Plays a sharp little ball here. And here's Yamal. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. It's a promising position. Lovely pass, but can he get there? In by DiMarco. Oh, important interception. Pressing high and with purpose. Francisco Conceição. Now it's Yamal. And it's Ronaldinho. Gullit. Now that looks a decent ball. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Marcelo gets it away. Applies the finish! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Pirlo, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chance here to counter. Bale goes for the header! And yes, it's there! Morocco are back in business. Spectacular header. He really flung himself at that.
Yeah, a diving header is always a pleasurable sight, and that was just about perfect.
Morocco restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Knocks it into space. And this is Ronaldinho. It's Ronaldinho! Ronaldinho! He really is something! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And they've got their lead back. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Como leading now. Now there's a fine ball. Ibrahimovic! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Well, that is one way to stop him. And there's the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Schneider. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ronaldinho. Bale is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Yamal tries a deft little ball. Deftly away. And that brings the first half to a close. That was a very watchable and entertaining half of football, and it's fair to say that both teams have played their part. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that two-goal cushion early in the second half.
Como ahead by just the odd goal in 3. It is 2-1 at the interval. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Schneider. Goes for the shot! Oh, it's a stunning goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And this is getting better and better. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Como now in a position far more desirable.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Just eases him off the ball. Pull it.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
DiMarco. Ronaldinho. Shapes to shoot!
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Romero, that's really well manoeuvred. Looking for the run, thinks about the shot. That is a crunching tackle. And it's been taken short. Drills one in. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Bale. Pirlo. Can he get it through? Now, can they get him away? Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Morocco appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Driving on and pull it! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Chouameni. And it's Conceição. Rice. Now it's Bale. Played out to the left flank. He's got plenty of space out wide here. The cutback. A header! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Lamine Yamal really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Now it's Hullet. Oh, nice touch. Tries to play it through, and he's definitely onside. Schneider! And he has kicked it out somehow.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Romero cuts out the pass. Marcelo. Rice. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Looking to play him in, and he's picked out the run. Rice. And here's Hullet. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. He's picked his way through.
Cambio di giocatori.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Como have the chance to go the other way. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
DiMarco. Great vision. That looks a good ball through. Oh, just the keeper now. Tries a shot! Goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Morocco cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. So time for a potential game changer.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
Xabi Alonso is onto it in a flash. Oh, nicely intercepted. Nicely weighted ball. Chouameni. I think we're just about done here. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Ronaldinho, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. We are into overtime. He's in plenty of space here. Mbappe, and he's there to make the challenge. And there goes the final whistle. Como can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So things are underway. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fellow, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style. Incredible.
And he's let fly! And he can clear it away. Schneider. He's having a hit! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Now it's Ronaldinho. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
That's positional gold. The utilisation.
Can he finish? Oh, off the bar. Oh, that was wicked. A truly wicked effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
Drogba, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Ronald. He's having a shot! Oh, he's hit the bar! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Como really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they've got a good grip on this game, now to turn it into a stranglehold.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Olise, that's a sharp pass. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Kadiolu. Now Foden. Nicely shaped ball. Kadiolu looking to receive it in space. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Guardiola spots it and intercepts. Mbappe finding himself in space. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Ibrahimovic. And there's the shot! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Foden. Now it's Drogba. That's destined for the flank. Looking for options for movement. Bullet. Kadiolu just loves to go forward whenever he can. Cafu. Olise. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Olise. Varane wins the duel this time. Messi. That's rather hopeful. Well, now it's a race for... Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world. Can he get on the end of this? Messi will not want to lose out here. Ronaldinho! And he has kept it out somehow.
Ronaldinho clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Foden cuts out the pass. Now it's De Bruyne. Can he latch on to this? De Bruyne. And he whips it. Oh, good climb! Goal! Corinthians! Corinthians take the lead. A really thumping header. Absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, it all came from...
Just about within shooting range. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Over to the right flank. Yamal. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Drogba engages and forces him off the ball. Ibrahimovic. Great vision. Ronaldinho is wide and looking to get onto this. Hullet. He's got away.
L'uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Back when it goes. He's going for goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
He's found a way through. Threads one in. Yamal. So, a temporary halt to the action. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Como trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So here comes a substitution.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Como can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Just eases him off the ball. De Bruyne has created one goal already. And here's Drogba. Como come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Swings it, he's rising! Ronaldinho, very much a man of this moment. Now it's Messi. It's a pretty loose pass. Alexander-Arnold with the clearance. Oh, he's been caught napping! And it's Sneijder. It's Sneijder! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Como still chasing a one-goal deficit here. Now it's Mbappe. He is through here. He's under a lot of pressure there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Olise. And he's running through. Ronaldinho. Corinthians appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front. Oh, he's gone for goal! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Corinthians choosing to make the first change. Ferran Torres coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
That's a good ball out wide. But that has not gone well. Ronaldinho. Your impression so far? Schneider! He doesn't look too happy with that. That has been cut short. Now it's Drogba. De Bruyne. He's picked his way through. Kadiolu has it out wide and in space. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Kadiolu. Oh, that's fabulous. Como still have the cards to affect this game. Kadiolu. Messi is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Como needed that, they really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Spread it left.
Como really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
De Bruyne. Pirlo simply refused to be outdone there. And it's Ronaldinho. Takes a shot! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Mbappe. They get a throw-in. So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
That's been slipped through. Chance! The final 5 minutes. Goes for goal! It's a beauty! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They have stolen level at the last! That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Oh, it's Memphis Depay! Great effort, but no way through. And that has been cleared. Schneider.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Schneider! Oh, terrific save! And that will be it. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Ronaldinho picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And we're underway. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick.
He's gone for goal! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Azar. Looking for the run. Now it's Messi. Filippo Inzaghi. Decent chance! What a wonderful goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
So smooth. A signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Como finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Messi takes the shot! Azar. Rice. Pacho. Raul. Donatoni. He's in a great position here. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Yamal!
Lamine Yamal made it all look so simple there before he invited his own complications.
It's a pretty loose pass. Raul. Pacho. Raul. Well, that looks a decent ball. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. Crossbar comes to the rescue. That's an imaginative pass. Looking to play him in. Always onto this. And he's certainly onside here. Oh, that's neat. And it's Schneid. Tries from a long way out. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Pirlo knocks it out wide. Stood up well to him there. Filippo Inzaghi does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Aimed beyond the defence. Driven in. And he shoots! And that's a good finish. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Well, all I can say is that he did very well to squeeze it in near post. He didn't have much to aim at.
He's had a shot! Oh, that's fabulous! He's got himself an absolute peach. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. He's picked his way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Hullet. Ronaldinho picks it up out wide. Goes for goal! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Donatoni. Pass somewhat off target. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Messi. Now it's Shevchenko. Can he get it through? Ronaldinho. DiMarco has it out wide and in space. And there's the shot! And this is Inzaghi. Cafu. Now it's Inzaghi. Inzaghi powering forward here. Now it's Hazard. Knocks it into space. And this is Raul. Messi. And the shot! Has another go! Oh, he has leathered that.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Messi. And it's Rice. Hazard plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Schneider running with... It's Schneider! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Van Dijk. And Donatoni. Van Dijk. Pacho. It's gone out for a throw-in. Raul. And it's Hazard.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Pirlo. Hullet, renowned for his long-range shooting. And it's Pirlo. Goes for the shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
That's the end of the first 45. Como have done it in good style. Forced to come from behind, they find themselves in front at half-time, which is, for them, more or less ideal. And we are up to the break.
Oh, what a half, Peter. What a half. It really has had a bit of everything. Two sides going tooth and nail, trying to win this from the off. If only all games could serve this up.
Como are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And we are back on the way. Messi. Ronaldinho. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Out of play for a throw. And it's Pirlo. Now who's going to be first to this? Raul in the hunt and looking threatening. Oh, he's found support out wide, and he's picked it up out wide. Filippo Inzaghi. Buffon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Yamal. Oh, facing up to his adversary. Oh, what has happened here? And it's played into the middle. And he gets rid in a hurry.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
Ronaldinho! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Van Dijk has played it long. Yamal, the puppet master, looking to pull the strings. Raul. Oh, Red, nice interception. Pull it.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Donadoni. He's found a way past. Oh no, what has happened here? He's got away. And the finish! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Donadoni! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Ronaldinho being watched hawkishly here.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more focused on him now.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And he cuts out the supply. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And this is... And Hoyt! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Looking for options for movement. Schneider is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Messi. Raul. Hazard. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Como can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Pirlo. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's managed to get free.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And that's a foul. Free kick's been given. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Como are down to 10 men. Nicely shaped ball. Expertly cut out. Really nicely done. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And the shot! It's a goal! It was bound to happen one way or another. He is just too good a player for it not to. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Como now in a position. He's rising! He's got a goal! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Shifting momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Rice. And it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? This could be their final throw of the dice. And the keeper beats it away. And he welcomes it in. Messi is there to clear. That's really well manoeuvred. There will be 4 extra minutes. Now it's Simeone. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Schneider. Oh, played right into his path. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Van Dijk. Now it's Simeone. And that will be the final act. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What...